In 1869, a 22-year-old engineer called Robert McAlpine was hired to repair a mine chimney in Lanarkshire. He did a good job, was paid £2.09 and earned himself a reputation as a hard-working, reliable builder. Nearly 150 years on, Sir Robert McAlpine, the company that bears his name, still holds that reputation, having built some of the country's most iconic structures. Julie MacDonald has more.
For almost 150 years, it's been the privilege of Sir Robert McAlpine to build Britain, engineering much of our national architecture, leaving a lasting legacy of powerful buildings, tunnels and power stations.
You think about the work that we've done, the Olympic Stadium, the O2 Arena. We change the skyline of major cities, be it London, be it Manchester, Newcastle, Leeds. With that, we become associated with iconic changes to Britain and the way that Britain functions and transports itself. There's nothing more exciting for us than being involved in a project that just changes not only a skyline, but it changes community.
Today, Sir Robert McAlpine's signature green cranes tower above London's Broadgate, while its engineers and builders carve a new destination out of what was an office fortress.
This is a photograph of the original station before the development, and this is the Liverpool Street station now. I think of Broadgate as a jewel in the crown that is the capital city, London. And what we're basically doing is we're improving what is already a great place for the future. That is a legacy.
British Land's Broadgate project director Charles Horne showed me around the development, explaining why their partnership with sole contractor Sir Robert McAlpine is at the heart of the project.
The one thing that made them stand apart was the quality of their people. McAlpine's attitude to diversity is extremely high on the list of priorities.
Sir Robert McAlpine is still a family-run business and it's now into its 5th generation. So what are the values that have strengthened this organisation across 150 years and into the future of building Britain? Integral to building the nation's infrastructure is a workplace culture that values all of its people.
I know we produce buildings, but ultimately without the people we can't do anything. It means representing the communities where we actually have projects, so that we're representing the ethnic minorities within that locality, as well as LGBTQ+. All of those things are all important to making sure we truly represent the society that we are working and operating in.
Boyd McPhee, now a director of the business, has worked for Sir Robert McAlpine since he was a student.
And you look at where we started, a small mining village, to what we are now. And at the end of the day, you say we have to evolve, we have to change, we have to adapt. And the company has done that all the way through its history.
And now he believes the key to the next century and a half is working together.
The industry actually needs to start collaborating more. It's a big word. All too often, particularly with the skills shortage, particularly with the amount of resource we have, subcontractor, supply chain, collaboration is going to become more of a thing. We need to share good ideas if we're going to hit the government's targets.
Nicky, Rance and Beth Bulren, 2 of Sir Robert McAlpine's employees, both started as students in the company, rising through the ranks.
I think the days of, they often get referred to as the old dinosaurs, but I think the sort of older generation, a lot of that misogynistic attitude is leaving the industry. Obviously some of it is taking great skills and experience, which is an issue for the industry.
It's a really, really satisfying thing to be able to look round London and see that we've been part of the project, and you're leaving something tangible every day.
These extraordinary buildings are the bread and butter of Nicky and Beth and their Sir Robert McAlpine colleagues, creating a legacy that reflects and drives a more modern Britain, one that's inclusive, courageous and hopeful.